Welcome to Xbox Uncuts, episode 326. We are back for, I don't know, at this point, it's just news. Random crazy shit happening through the week. Joining me on this adventure, we have Vern. What's going on, Vern?
I'm all good, man.
Random news of the week.
I guess it's kind of random. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
We also have the wonderful Will. What's up, Will?
Hey, what's going on?
What are you eating? Is it cereal? I'm gonna hear
No,
cereal today.
It's today. It's pop chips.
Chips.
Popcorners. The white cheddar one. Quite good. One of the best ones. Yes, best chips ever.
And then rounding out the show with the final word this week, we got Steph. I think I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna give people final words.
Yo, what it do?
We'll randomize it up.
I'm back. I'm here.
Man, you were loud before the show. Now you're coming in low. I don't know what to do with you, Steph.
Can you hear me?
Love him.
I can hear you. I can hear you, sir.
Dang.
Man. Alright, well, let's see. What happened this week? We had, I guess we'll start with the difference between smart delivery and cross-buy. I thought this wasn't really an article from anybody. I just thought it was, the Dirt 5 developer kind of got into it a little bit. But here's the example. Let's see. So, PlayStation 5 apparently is not going to allow a lot of cross saves. Trophy list, stuff like that, is all going to be separate between the different games, while like on Series S, X, like your save files, trophies, everything carry forward with you. So in Dirt 5, all progress can be carried over between generations. On PlayStation, your PlayStation creations can be carried over, but other game progress, career currency, save libraries cannot. If that changes, we'll let you know. But yeah, so like
it's a separate SKU.
Yeah,
for PlayStation 5, it's a completely different SKU, whereas with Smart Delivery, it's the Xbox One, the PC version, or the Windows 10 version for the Microsoft Store, at least. The Series S and the Series X, they're all the same SKU. So It's going to be the same save across all versions, same achievements, all that good stuff.
If you're in an achievement whore, it might not be a good thing, because you want double the achievements,
Yeah. I took advantage of that recently, actually.
Yeah.
They're doing. We talked about it last week on the show. The 10,000, up to 10,000 gamer score will get you 10,000 points or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
So I used. What's that? Surviving Mars game? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, I played the PC version and the Xbox version and did like the cheap mod thing to get 1,000 gamer score in each one of those. So,
oh man,
yeah, I got my 10,000 gamer score in like one day.
Damn.
Yeah, there are all sorts of cheats.
Yeah,
definitely do it.
I might. You could always just buy some Leica games and then just you breeze through their fucking easy achievement games.
Oh no, man! There's a bunch of them though. They're all in game. A lot of these are on Game Pass too. You can get Don't Starve. You can get a quick 1,000 in about like 15 minutes. There's a bunch of other ones that are like anywhere from 15 minutes to a half hour, and they're all in Game Pass. So you can do it just with Game Pass alone, probably.
Yeah, I kind of don't like when they do that though. Like I kind of want to see a little bit more earning of the achievements than like just giving it to you for like things. But
yeah, but you want to do it fast. That way you can get the rewards points, and then you get Xbox cash.
Yeah, for this,
that's my life.
Yes, for very specific situation, yes, you would want to speed up the achievement.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, the different excuses thing is interesting. I mean, I'm curious to see how they're gonna do with the. I know probably gonna talk about later is the Bethesda collections that they're gonna put out. So I don't know if that's smart delivery.
Yeah, I don't think that was in the. Do we have that in the news here?
No, we don't.
No, that's I'll find it, Dustin, and throw it in a second. No, we continue.
Yeah, it's like the Wolfenstein collection, which is like for one, Old Blood, New Order, New Colossus, and did I say Old Blood already?
Right, it's the Wolfenstein Alt History Collection, and
Yeah.
it got rated for the Xbox Series consoles, but not the PS5 consoles.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting. Very.
that's what it was.
I mean, I don't know. I think they might hit PS4, and they just like, I mean, PS5. They might just be behind. I don't know. I don't know the reason behind that, but it seems weird to block these particular collections off. But you never know.
Why? I mean, if Microsoft's going to own them, it's not that they're blocking; they're just not making them.
No, yeah, it just seems soon. Like it seemed like
It's not like
one of
it's
those
that
things-
easy to just transfer everything you did to the PS5. I mean, you would have to re-optimize for all those versions if that's what they're planning on doing, and they already have to optimize for the X and the S. So it would add another one on top of that with the PS5. You know, it's a
Well,
way of giving the Xbox fans, hey, this is a reason to buy Xbox.
yeah, I'm just not sure if this was covered on it like before the deal was made. So I'm a little uncertain if that's gonna be like.
Well, it wasn't announced.
It
so,
wasn't announced, so anything can
Yeah.
be ripped up and just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, plus
Okay, so
yeah, go ahead.
I have the collections here, what they are, though, by the way, just so we can talk about it real quick. So the Alt History Collection contains 4 games. That's Wolfenstein: The New Order, Wolfenstein: The Old Blood, which is the prequel, Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus, and then Wolfenstein: Young Blood, which is the one with the co-op one with the daughters. And
Hopefully
then,
they make that non-canon.
well, I hear this. It's not the story that's the problem. It's just it's sort of an open world-ish kind of game, the way they change things, and a lot of people didn't like that.
Mhm.
And then let's see, for the other one, Dishonored and Prey: The Arkane Collection. That is Prey, Dishonored, Dishonored 2, and Dishonored: Death of the Outsider. But I mean, if both those collections get X and S enhancements and come to Game Pass, I mean that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean,
That'd be-
because
especially if you get 60 frames per second versions,
Mhm.
you know.
I mean, yeah, I mean the Wolfenstein games are just need the 4K update, and then like Dishonored the 60 plus, I guess the 4K. I don't know. I'm curious to see if they're gonna enhance how much they're gonna enhance them.
There's
So-
always the possibility that they're going to be enhanced through backwards compatibility, and
Yeah, that's
that's why it's rated for the X and the S. I don't know, because maybe they're able to unlock the frame rate and improve the resolution through backwards compatible
Oh
stuff
yeah.
for
That's
Wolfenstein: The New Order and Wolfenstein: The Old Blood. And then Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, that won't, and Youngblood, those won't even really need patches. You'll just run it in the non-dynamic resolution mode and get the full 60, you know?
yeah,
And
that's
maybe they can unlock one up to 120 using variable refresh rate or something. I guess we'll see. Now, Prey, Dishonored, Dishonored 2, and Dishonored Death of the Outsider, those are all 30 frames per second as well. So maybe those will get unlocked frame rates too. I don't know. But that might be a way of doing it. And that might be why they wouldn't bring it to the PS5, because the PS5 isn't going to do backwards compatibility in the same way.
right.
So it'd be worthless to release a SKU for the PS5, because then you would actually have to go in and change all those. You'd have to do the optimizations rather than letting their version of emulation or backwards compatibility take care of it for you. So that might be it.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting way to do it. Like these games just happen to be in that like BC enhancement thing, so they just kind of package them all together and resell it as like a collection. Or, I mean, if that's gonna happen, you probably, if you have it already, you're just gonna benefit from like all the enhancements, and you don't have to like repurchase it again. I don't know.
Oh, I can't imagine they'll make you repurchase it. And even if you do have to repurchase it, they would put it on Game Pass anyway, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, exactly.
As long as you just subscribe there, you're good.
Yeah, there's no way they're gonna make you buy it again.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All the shit they talk about, that's that'd be the opposite of what they're doing now. You know.
Well, yeah, and we already know that Doom Eternal and Elder Scrolls Online are getting next-gen patches for free already, so.
Although the Doom games they're kind of like a little bit future proof already because they have the built-in scalers and stuff like that. So
yeah, it'll just run higher res. Yep.
yeah, so maybe they'll add, like you
Yeah, but
guys
it's
said-
getting a new SKU for the PS5 version and a new SKU for
right.
for both of them, Doom Eternal
Yeah.
and Elder Scrolls Online. So it's not like they're just doing that through backwards compatibility or something.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Well, we also have crossplay. I don't know if y'all have known, but it has come to Apex Legends. It came yesterday.
Yeah, I've been playing it quite often.
Now me and my kids can play the.
Is it easier now?
Are you trying to say something, Vern, about the?
Something. Well, I mean, remember when the statistics came out when crossplay was first a thing, and then they showed Xbox gamers versus PlayStation gamers, and there was a serious, difference in skill.
I mean, I haven't felt that difference. I mean, I've faced a lot of good PS4 players. Actually, what's funny is I met a PS4 player. We became like online friends, which was cool. I mean, obviously we can't party together, but they have their own like partying system and like voice. It's the same as the in-game chat, but you're just in the EA server or whatever, or their own.
Right. Well, you can party together, but just within their server, right? Not using party chat. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. But it kind of sucks because once you get in match, it kind of interrupts the chat, and then you go back again, and it's not ideal, but it works for now. But yeah, it's pretty good. I like the. I mean, you get matches a lot more easy. I mean, I guess you always get matches, but I haven't noticed matches where there's like somebody missing. That's really an annoying part of Apex, where you have like two people and then somebody's missing, because or maybe just a connection issue. It still has a lot of connection issues. Actually, recently I would like to complain about that, but yeah, it's Crossplay is a really good idea. I really enjoy it. Actually, I'm more paired with PS4 people than Xbox usually. I guess because the population is much higher. So,
wasn't it like skill based? So maybe your skills aren't good, so they're putting you PS4 players.
How dare you, Ren?
Kidding.
Right, so now all console players will play together, and PC players will continue to play only with other PC players. We want to ensure that keyboard and mouse PC players are not being matched against console players for reasons that should be obvious. If, however, an Xbox One or PlayStation 4 player and PC player party up together, they will be put in PC matches. That ensures that the console games don't have PC players in them, but still allows for console players to play with their PC friends if they opt in.
Right. Yeah. I think that's right. That's smart.
Yeah, that's the way that everybody should be doing it.
I know. I hate that in Call of Duty Warzone, you can't choose. That you're always getting. So whenever we play, you can tell when you're playing against a PC player, right? When you watch the kill cam, and you're like, shit. It's really annoying.
It's gotta adapt. That's what they be telling me. Adapt.
You can still win. It's just you won't have the.
It is harder. It definitely is harder.
Yeah, it's less in your favor. I mean, but I mean, if you're just generally good and like you're tactically sound, you can still win. Steph, you play this on PC or are you still playing on console?
What's that, Apex?
Apex, yeah.
Yeah, I never played on PC.
Yeah, so it's just PUBG that you played on PC, right?
Nah, I never played on PC.
PUBG? Oh no, I mean.
Oh yeah, PUBG. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the latest Apex update, they added a collection event.
I'm surprised we haven't heard of a PUBG patch yet for next gen.
I know, yeah, that's kind of weird. I mean, you would think that
one needs to happen like right away.
Yeah, 60 frames.
I haven't thought about that.
Well, you already got the benefit of PC, but you got the cheaters though.
I stopped playing it. I had to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. It's a frustrating game. Like, I mean, at least for me.
It's not that. It's just that all my PC friends don't even play no more. They play like weird games and stuff. Like
or most of
playing
them,
like a knockoff version of Mario Party.
Well, most of them probably went to like Call of Duty because that's what typically happens.
A couple of them did, but some played Apex, but they really like the realistic shooters. But then, last time we played this knockoff version of Mario Party.
That's funny.
Yeah, but anyway,
yeah.
The Switch version, is it out yet? Because I know that the crossplay was supposed to launch with the Switch version.
Not that I know of. I mean, there's still that one to go, I guess. They haven't really announced that, but the crossplay is still in, I guess, beta, so they're still kind of, I guess, ironing things out. But it's good. I mean, there's also the collection event going on, which I think I mentioned that already. Yeah, but it's very expensive.
What is the collection?
And then the best version is going to come out after that, which is Stadia.
Yeah, I'll be curious. I do want to see what the upgrades are for Apex for the next gen. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be, like on BC, it'll be actually the frame rate will be smooth.
I wonder if it'll come to Xcloud because it is EA technically, And
Oh, yeah.
EA's got all their Xcloud stuff on there with, or they will in November once EA plays part of Xbox Live Ultimate, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. So I could see Apex coming around that time as well to Xcloud as well.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be an interesting benchmark for playing like on a cloud service. So.
Well, you could do it with PUBG already.
Yeah. So that'd be interesting. I mean, yeah, but the Apex has been pretty good. I mean, connection issues aside, crossplay is good. I encourage any other developers, please put your games crossplay, so your audience is a lot bigger, your pools are bigger, especially for and especially for fighting games. Because fighting games, it really hurts for those games because, like, if they're just stuck on PlayStation or Xbox or PC, then you don't really benefit from a full.
Yeah, there's. I think the publishers like it. It's the console producers that don't like it. Like Sony does not. Microsoft just went ahead and did it, but the reason Sony doesn't like it is because when you purchase DLC on a game that's crossplay on another device, they aren't getting the 30% cut. You see?
Mm-hmm.
So if you purchase your Battle Pass on PC and not on PlayStation, well, then they don't get that 30% cut. It's Steam who gets it if it's done through Steam, it's Microsoft if it's done on Xbox, So there isn't a whole lot of benefit for Sony to allow it, but that's why it took so long for them to do it. Microsoft was just like, well, we're behind anyway. Let's just do the consumer friendly thing and make them bleed some money. And I think it was pretty smart, But
well, I think that would be more of a factor if it was like cross progression, like if it was you could save your account to another spot. But in this case, I'm not 100% sure that apply. I mean, I guess you could, you could be right, but I feel like if it's a cross progression, then it'll be a lot more of an issue for them.
Yeah,
which they will do too. I think they're thinking about doing that too.
I mean, Destiny's finally going to get it next year sometime. And I don't think it's a coincidence that it's right after they're, finished their marketing agreement with Sony. So
I agree. That makes perfect sense that they would hold it. I mean, look at what they were doing with the DLC.
Oh, for Destiny?
Yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, that's the shadiest DLC shit I've ever seen. I mean, it basically made me not want to play the game anymore.
Oh, the PS4 exclusive stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It was for like a year. Each one.
It was whenever it was all the weapons were nerfed by the time you got them. The content was irrelevant when you got it. I mean,
well, and it kind of didn't even help the PlayStation owners because they got more content, but it was content no one really played outside of that ecosystem. So they didn't really make it very relevant as a story, and didn't put as much time into that content because of it. So it's didn't help anyone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I imagine it's going to be a lot like what's going on with Spider-Man. It'll be pretty half-ass.
Oh, right, with the Avengers game,
yeah.
Yeah, that sucks because one side gets a cool extra, but I mean, if you intend to do crossplay or something like that, then that's not going to work out so well. I mean, you'd have to have that.
Yeah, does that mean the Avengers will never get it?
Or the Spider-Man stuff?
No. The Avengers not getting crossplay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they would have to put the assets for Spider-Man on the other versions if you're playing multiplayer. You see?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be able to play as Spider-Man. So you would have the assets on your computer or on your Xbox. Everything would be there to do it. It just it would never be allowed to be unlocked, It's such a bizarre kind of thing.
Yeah, Spider-Man would be grayed out.
For a games as a service thing,
Just a great blob.
I mean, and that game's kind of losing a lot of steam lately. I'm pretty sure it's fairly dead.
No one's talking about it at all now.
Yeah, because they haven't shared any updates. I mean, they did share updates, but they haven't executed on them yet. I'm guessing because the COVID stuff is.
Well, I heard the end game content supposedly is lacking in it.
Well, I don't think anyone's excited about more in-game content anyway. The only thing that's going to make that relevant again is when Spider-Man actually releases, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the next character isn't what's his name, Hawkeye or something.
Yeah, Hawkeye and Kate Bishop, I think.
Yeah, once they bring those over, that'll bring it back into the spotlight again for a little while, especially once it gets the 60 frames patch on the new consoles. But
Yeah, it might it might actually be better if you hold off for the next gen versions, because that way you'll get more content plus.
it'll just play better. Like,
Right.
I played through the whole campaign on Xbox One X, and it was fun. But the whole time I was playing it, I was thinking, man, this just doesn't feel like it should have come out on this gen. It needed 60.
Yeah.
It really needed 60. So I don't know. But I see why they released it this gen. You need to get the player base. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, after the acquisition news and everything else, we find out that both ZeniMax and Arkane are hiring. ZeniMax is hiring for multiple unannounced projects, including Elder Scrolls Online and building a brand new engine. And Arkane, they have an immersive sim coming.
Yeah, that's a AAA game. And the rumor I've heard is that it's about vampires. The
Really?
arcade game. Yeah, there's vampires involved, and it's a new AAA IP. No, it's not Vampire, but
Not Vampire.
but there should. Yeah, that's the rumor that they have a new AAA game coming, and this would be the team that worked on the DLC for Prey, actually.
So you don't think it's gonna be like a Dishonored 3 or anything like that?
Not this project we're talking about. No, I mean I would have a hard time seeing Dishonored 3 happening anytime soon, because that Dishonored 2 wasn't a big success, and neither was the DLC. Well, not DLC, but the standalone game that came out after it.
Mm-hmm.
The first Dishonored was a huge success, but for some reason, by the time Dishonored 2 came out, that it just wasn't there. I don't know.
That was weird. Is it just because it came out a little later or something? I don't know.
I don't know. You know, maybe it was just one of those games people didn't feel needed a sequel, or I've heard it's really good. I never did play it, but
it's really good.
It's really good.
It's really good. Yeah. I mean, the same thing happened with Deus Ex too. Mankind Divided. That's like, but that game came out way too late. Like they waited way too long for that one to come out too. Now who knows when that next one's gonna come out?
Yeah, maybe they would have been better making Dishonored 2 like a next gen exclusive. You know, something that was held off for a little bit and then revisited. I don't know. Maybe they came out either too far apart or too close, but not in the sweet spot. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I could see. We were talking about how whether or not Bethesda's games would be exclusives, but I can see that ZeniMax Online game being something that's multiplat.
Why is that?
Well, because more than likely it's going to be a big games as a service game, but it's going to be an MMO likely, because it's the same development team that's working on Elder Scrolls Online. And for a game like that, you that's something you'd want to bring everywhere to recruit the investment. But
I think they're bringing back Fable Legends.
Oh gosh,
using them assets, you know.
That's right. It's about time.
I hope not.
It's about time. Power of the Cloud too. They're gonna have they're bringing back the Crackdown demo. And putting it in Fable Legends.
Man, imagine all those games like brought back. It'd be crazy.
Just for Bethesda, yeah. It's like Bethesda.
When they say case by case basis, I really do think that's the kind of game that would be maybe multi-platform, just from ZeniMax Online Studios, unless they renamed it to Microsoft Online Studios, and then just you know,
Xbox Online Studios.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, something like that.
I mean, it is
interesting.
What about Phil's Online Studios?
Hell yeah, POS. It's not the best. That would be meme to hell. So I would.
The game starts out with his picture like fading in, a picture of Phil. And
yeah, POS stands for something else.
Yeah. But I don't know. It'll be a little interesting to see how that game fares if it's like another MMO like new IP, because it's a lot of competition. They got the Final Fantasy, then you got the what's the other one?
It might be an MMO light, you know, kind of like Destiny, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so, well, you got like Fantasy Star, Blessed Unleashed, I think it's called, or whatever. And then there's a lot of them actually now, because it's like free to play I mean, some have subscriptions, but I mean, hopefully they'll make it attractive enough that it'll be like
Well, they have to have the right gimmick, the right
right.
setting or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's people always looking for something different. Everyone starts to get tired of the same old high fantasy or low fantasy or science fiction, or maybe someone will find a different setting or a different gameplay gimmick that's a little interesting.
Yeah, maybe they'll make it like a
like
Steam
Godfall.
Yeah. Godfall. That'll be interesting. Godfall feels like such like a Warframe-ish kind of like I feel like PS5's Warframe.
Yeah, it looks like a free-to-play game that they're charging $70 for.
Yeah, that's just weird about it.
It's a little bit better than a free-to-play game. Come on, man.
No, but I mean the way it's being designed.
Yeah.
Oh,
now obviously you don't have to pay for the microtransactions and stuff.
Right. Which would be a terrible game to play.
Yeah, but I think graphically it looks like technically it looks good. Art style, not. You know what I mean?
Like the art style.
No, I don't love the art, and I didn't like the color saturation in the most recent trailer too. I thought it was just, it kind of looks like the bad HDR mode in Elder Scrolls Online.
Right.
But I mean, it might be a fun game. I'd be curious to try it. I might wait. I don't think I'll get it anytime like at launch or something. I'll wait for it to hit Game Pass a year later or something like that. This is it's only a year. I'm assuming it's a year exclusive, as it is a timed exclusive. So we'll see. But to me, that's the kind of game that could go free to play a year down the road or 2 years down the road.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be good because if you're on PS5, you play it first. But once it comes down the line and you're playing it on Xbox, you're probably getting a better version anyway. Same thing with like games that come to Xbox first and then go to PS5, depending on the game, I guess, though.
Like Below, that game was a lot better after the patches and stuff.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, Godfall might be fun. I think it kind of has its own little. It'll find its own little niche of gamers, because it's a melee Destiny.
Yeah, like a melee shooter. I mean,
it's a little different. There's not been something released quite like that.
Yeah.
But you could say the same for Bleeding Edge, which was just a failure,
I know we haven't gotten much updates for that game, right? Lately.
Not lately. I'm guessing they're probably just about done because it never gained any real traction,
Yeah, it's either that they're gonna I don't know, maybe try to revamp it up for the Series X. That'll be a good way to kind of put it on launch.
Give it one last push. Yeah, I don't know. That game's just boring though.
Yeah, I'm not I like the character designs, but I feel like that game should have been something else. Like it should have been I don't know, like an action RPG or something. I don't know.
No, it's not that. I mean, I think it could have been fun the way it is. Like it's balanced well. There's things that are fun about it, but for some reason, nothing ever feels big in the game. In Overwatch, when you use one of your specials or your alternate attacks or something, whatever you call it, when you use that, it's always big and loud and whoa, and every time you shoot something or hit something, there's some real feedback. Something about Bleeding Edge just never gives you that feedback. So nothing you do in the game feels important. Like every shot, every attack, it just feels lifeless, Something either about the animations or the sound design, which is sad because the artwork's really fantastic and the music and the characters are cool. Yeah, it's got a lot going for it, but it's just missing something. And plus all the level design, even though the level design is good, the art in the level design doesn't make it look distinct from each level.
Yeah.
Like in most multiplayer games, you can tell the difference between what level you're in. In Bleeding Edge, it just looks like maybe a different color. But so there's not much character to the environment.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like it's basically like a MOBA, like an action MOBA. So it's similar to what was that game that got canceled? It was like with the animals, like with the cell shaded. I forgot the name of it.
Animals.
Yeah, I think what was the name of it? They got
Gigantic.
Gigantic. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they got canceled.
Yeah.
A while ago.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't invest any money in that. But
I think they may have refunded everyone for that one.
Okay.
In those cases. But There's something boring about Bleeding Edge, which is unfortunate because there's a lot going for it. But
I think that initially they could also maybe make another game with those characters and maybe give that game a boost in a way. I don't know. It's hard to say what to do with that uh, franchise now. Like,
I think just let it maybe do a few more updates and just keep it on live support for the people who want to play it, and have them move on.
yeah,
I'm not sure it's worth investing into it much more.
yeah.
They won't take down the servers. I mean, Microsoft's good about that, so.
Yeah, hopefully not. 'Cause, I haven't seen them do that with any other games lately. Besides, well, Crackdown even doesn't have that, but nobody's playing that. I'm surprised that's still up.
Well, I mean, I can't even think of servers they've taken down from a Microsoft published game, huh? Other than like the original Xbox stuff, because Xbox Live was taken down for original Xbox.
Right, yeah, because I think even the what's that dark RPG with elves?
Dark Elves.
No,
Yeah, are you talking about Shadowrun?
Shadowrun? Yeah, that's still up, right? Like you still play that?
Yeah, but it's like broken.
Oh,
Yeah, it's hard to find a match and everything. You have to like do private matches to get to work right, I think.
Oh, that's a bummer.
That's a game that could use a remaster.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty good. Yeah.
Or a new version. 'Cause that's one of the best multiplayer games from the 360. I loved it.
Yeah, I always wanted to try it, but I just never really got around to it. But it's a cool idea. But yeah, the Arkane stuff is interesting. So it's just Lion. I mean, Austin is the one that's hiring, or is it also Leon or Lion?
I think it's Austin that's hiring. Well, actually, I think pretty much all of Bethesda is hiring right now after this acquisition was announced. So they're not slowing down.
Okay. I mean, I have a feeling they're gonna like keep it going the way it is. And they start slipping or whatever, they'll just be like, okay, we're gonna need to shut down, a studio or move people around. But that's just like a worst case scenario. Like, if
yeah, they may eventually do some consolidation. I would expect it for like things like PR and human resources and things like that Microsoft could take over, which is kind of a bummer, but
yeah. But
they're still going to publish. Bethesda's going to stay a publisher under Microsoft. So my guess is it's going to be like Xbox, and then you'll have Xbox Game Studios as a publisher, and then Bethesda as a publisher. So they'll be split off, but still be under Xbox. That's what it seems like.
You don't think it'll be like Xbox Studios Bethesda or something like that?
No, I think they'll just keep it called Bethesda.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They may get rid of like the ZeniMax.
Yeah, that's definitely
name
going away. Yeah, for sure.
That's why I was saying I can see them renaming ZeniMax Online to something like one of you suggested. I don't know if it's Steph or you, the Xbox Online Studios or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Or Phil Online Studios, as Dustin suggested.
Phil's Online Studios presents Bethesda.
That's still the best name. I don't care what anybody says.
So what you got next, Dustin?
All right, let's see. We have the biggest news of the week.
Dustin.
Yeah. So we had a presentation for Smash Brothers' new roster character.
Oh yeah.
And out of nowhere, Minecraft Steve shows up, the big meme. And there were two camps. People like going insane because Steve is there, and people going the same insane because Steve was there. Because you have half people going, it's Steve, he has no character, he's just generic, da-da-da-da-da, like, he doesn't have a personality. Like, Bomberman has a personality. Like,
he doesn't need a personality, he's Minecraft Steve. He showed up, and like, I'd say on YouTube, I think 90% of people were all like enthused about it. They were stoked. Then Twitter, I would say 60 to 70% were pissed because they didn't get the character they wanted. And Steve rocks the block. And then, what was it? A couple days later, they actually showed his moveset, and now people are worried that Steve is literally going to break the game. Because they had to go through and redo
every single level to make Steve work in Smash, because he mines and he can build blocks and he can literally build a wall to block you from being able to save yourself. Or if you toss him off the side of the map, he can build a new platform on the side of the map and then just walk back to safety. Because he's Steve. He's OP. But he's also... his regular jump, he can't even get on the first like low platform. He is super small, and he is going to be very, very hard to... Well, he's going to be hard to edge guard. But yeah, he looks like he's going to have a ton... It looks like he got a ton of development time, like compared to like almost any other character in Smash. Like, it's crazy the amount of work they put into him. And then his level, he essentially, the Minecraft level is 6 different biome levels that randomly get chosen.
That's cool.
But yeah, of course he has to mine for all his materials, and most of his attacks require materials, so you have to continuously mine nonstop.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Are you joking, or are you just...
No,
like,
I'm being dead serious. Like, you have to mine like throughout the entire game, because like if you do your down smash, it puts an anvil at your feet, and you fall down and crush, but it takes an iron to do it. So you have to have iron to do the attack.
Yeah, that's very unique.
Like if you want to use a rail cart, that takes iron and redstone. If you want to use redstone tracks, which will speed up, grab another character and throw them off a map for you. If you want TNT, you have to have dirt and forgot what else they said. It wasn't the same formula as in the game, but it was like, but yeah, you have to have dirt, and you just build TNT, and you can put down platforms so that, you know, Sonic runs across, and then he hits the platform and it explodes the TNT.
Wow. It's funny how this game... I mean, it's funny how this game is more consistent with the Minecraft stuff than Dungeons, but I know we talked about that before. Yeah. There's no like building and stuff in there, but it's funny how they built that into the game. Yeah, you get a lot of good value because you get all that stuff, right? Like the skins plus the levels. Good value, at least. Yeah.
Now you can buy it separately for like $6 if you just want Steve. And well, it's Steve, it's Alex. You can play as a zombie or an Enderman. So any of the 4. But they also have... well, who was it? It was... What is it? The Mii fighters? They have costumes for creepers, which is weird as shit to see a creeper with arms, and very scary. The pig you can be, and then they have the knight has a diamond armor suit now for the swordsman. But it looks like they put a ton of resources to make Steve actually work. So I'm definitely going to pick it up for sure. Yeah. And I think it comes out the 13th. It comes out in a couple days.
That's good.
But yeah, I get why people were upset.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It supposedly... I don't know if it was a coincidence or if it really did, but Twitter crashed when it happened.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's funny.
Yeah, like
because of the hype or because they didn't like it?
Both. Like I said, there's 2 camps. Like, it's people either hate it, but you know, everybody just wants their character when it comes to like Smash.
I feel like they get really entitled with that stuff. They're like, you can't just let other characters... I mean, there's so many characters in there already. Like,
my favorite one is it's a kids game. I don't want kids game shit in my game. It's like, dude, you're playing Smash. Like, it is literally a kids game.
Isn't there like a princess in the game?
But
yes,
the kids like Bayonetta too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the boys like her.
Yeah, but the game's like overflowing with characters. Like if your characters, I don't know how you're still complaining about the characters. I mean, I know there's more they can put in there, but like, I think they're going overboard with that stuff. And plus, you know, as long as Dustin's happy with it, I'm okay. You know.
Yeah, that's what matters.
Happy. Yeah.
Well, I haven't played Smash in a while. This will make and if it was just Steve and all he had was like his hammer, and I wouldn't care. But if you actually watch the movie, like they put a ton of work into making Steve an actual like. They're literally changing the game.
Yeah.
To make this work. And it's a crazy partnership. Like, it makes me wonder what... Like, I want to know what was on the table. Like, I'm curious how much money changed hands on it.
You think he changed hands?
No, of course. You're using somebody's IP. Everybody's getting paid for their IP showing up in Smash. I don't give a fuck who it is. People are getting paid. But I'm curious because it's... like, this is probably 3 times the amount of work any other character's ever gotten for DLC.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they are like really altering everything to make this work.
Well, Minecraft's a big franchise in Japan
Biggest,
too. So
biggest worldwide. So
yeah, so I mean, since there's a big audience in Japan, it makes sense that they want to put that franchise in there too.
I want to know what's next. I mean, that's too.
My favorite joke one now is Tetris block.
That transforms in the different
yes,
different
pieces.
Do different attacks. That'd be freaking cool.
Line cross.
Well, yeah, the 4-piece line could like hit you on top of the head. You know,
yeah.
the L shape can do like a kick. You know, the little
opposite L shape
zigzag things could be like lightning bolts, you know. The squares could be like anvils falling on the character. There's all sorts of stuff you could do with that. Actually, that would be an interesting character.
Since your levels are designed for blocks, it now works.
Yeah, the ultimate Smash could be like a shit ton of Tetris blocks, like crushing you like in rows and disappearing. You know how when you do like knock them up.
It could be a dude made or a chick, you know, made of Tetris pieces. It'd be like Tetris Man. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But yeah, I would definitely recommend checking out the videos for Steve from our Smash Brothers. So yeah.
Steph, you know that's cool, man. Don't be hating.
I mean, I want to know what's next. That's what I want to know. You know.
I don't know.
That's two IPs from
Microsoft. Well, technically there are 4 IPs that Microsoft will own that are shown.
What's that?
So you have what is it? One second. It's the Bethesda the Bethesda characters that have shown up. The Fallout guy, he's in it. Steve, Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah, the little action figure is in it.
They can bring Master Chief.
Yeah, Master Chief's been like Microsoft came out and said all they have to do is ask. We're just waiting for our invitation.
Yeah.
Trying to remember. There's another Bethesda character in there. So yeah, right now there's 4. It will be 4 Microsoft-owned IPs in Smash.
Right.
Yeah, there's no Sony characters there, right?
No, not yet.
Because Sony had their own game. I actually liked that game that they had.
Sony All Stars or whatever, PlayStation All Stars.
Battle Royale. I like that game.
Yeah, they should
Kratos would be really cool if they could.
I might bring it back. I wouldn't be surprised.
Kratos was awesome in that other game. He was great. He was OP as hell, but
they'll bring it back for all those people that play multiplayer games.
Yeah, that'd be good for their service, you know.
I think the studio that made that game actually made the other game. It's called I think it's called PlayStation All Stars, or is it just called All Stars? It's a launch game. It's like $70.
Oh, Destruction All Stars.
Yeah, I think that's the same studio.
Or
some of the
that's Wushu or something, right?
Yeah. Well, I think that studio closed down, and then some of those people went to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I think it was that Zipper that made that game.
I'm looking at it right now. Superbot Entertainment, Blue Point Games. And SCE Santa Monica Studio.
Yeah, that isn't that what is it called? Would you say Superbot? It's closed down, ain't it?
Yes, they went defunct in 2014.
Yeah, they closed that game. After it was like a year or so after the game came out. Yeah, I think maybe they're involved.
And Blue Point just did the Vita port, so.
Yeah, that don't count. They didn't do nothing.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened to the people at Superbot.
I mean, they're using the same kind of. I mean, the font's all similar and everything. If you look at it.
Yeah. And
Wonder
it
why
is
they were-
exclusive and technically first party, I believe, right? I think Sony's publishing.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
What's the name of that studio? You said Wuxia?
I think it's Wushu or something like that. Isn't it the one that Shinobi on Twitter is working for? I think isn't that?
Oh, really? He
I
works
don't-
for them?
I don't
I
think they made
think
a
so.
game
I
yet,
think
though.
so. I'm
They're
pretty
just
sure. I'm pretty sure Destruction All Stars is the one they're working on.
I mean, unless they're like co-developing it, but I don't remember them being. Let me look that up.
I could be wrong.
Could be. Or it could be me who's wrong. We don't want to put false information out there.
Yes, Wushu Studios was working with Lucid Games and PlayStation on Destruction All Stars.
Okay,
Oh.
so they co-developed it. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's strange that they would go with like that same kind of like font.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know, kind of
So
subtitle or I don't know what you would call it.
and Lucid Games did Geometry Wars 3, the worst Geometry Wars game.
Yeah, that game was
Awful.
trash.
Awful.
That was their last game.
Do you think PlayStation would buy Lucid Games, or because they're? I mean,
No, I think that game's gonna absolutely bomb, and then go free to play or go on to PlayStation Plus or something like that. Because no one's gonna pay $70 for a multiplayer only game like that.
Yeah.
It screams free to play, not from like it being bad in any way, but just that kind of game would not be normally monetized as a $70 game at this point, you know?
Yeah.
Which is sad because it actually looks really fun. I just
Yeah,
know
thought it
I
looked pretty
I
cool.
would pay $70 for it.
Yeah, it does look cool.
But
well.
yeah, I don't know how we got off to that. Oh yeah, Minecraft Steve.
My bad. That's my fault.
It's all good.
Tangent here.
Mm-hmm. Happens.
Happens.
I'm
What-
just
what
glad
got next,
Minecraft
Justin?
Steve's going to be super OP. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be awesome. People are going to cry. But it's kind of, to me, it's watching the world burn. I just think it's funny. All right. What do we got? I'm sorry, I pulled down the news. I'm not sure.
It's Xcloud app for console and PC.
Yeah, so Phil was like, yeah, it's down the line. It's something they're definitely working on, though. So, Xcloud. PC.
I don't think it'll happen until the Series X consoles are in the blades.
Yeah.
Once they get Series X consoles in there, then we're gonna see it go live. Because I don't think they want it to go live until 4K 60 streaming is a thing.
Yeah, I remember somebody asking Phil if there would be up for like making like a demo through the streaming.
Where you
like
could
a
play the
kind of-
game for a couple minutes or something. Yeah.
Yeah, like a features. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Isn't that similar to what Amazon's gonna do with that Luna shit or whatever?
Yeah.
It's either them or what's the other one?
Or
It's
Stadia?
it's no
Yeah,
different than Stadia or Luna. Yeah, same thing. I mean, they're planning. They would have XCloud as its own app for console or PC, meaning or they may release like a dongle or something like that. You know, kind of like how you use the Chromecast Ultra for Stadia.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, you'll have the Series X, the Series S, and they might call the dongle a Series something else. You know,
Series dongle.
Series D for
Xbox
dongle.
Siri Dong.
Serious dong.
or Series L for light. I don't know. They could,
Isn't there
taking
there's like
the
a
L.
code name for another series? Isn't it like Series L or K or something like that?
V.
Oh
was the-
no, it was the Series V thing that was
V,
a
that's
rumor. Yeah, but I think it was debunked. So I don't think it was ever a thing, or maybe it was a thing at some point. And
They
I don't
canceled
know. Yeah.
All right,
right, we'll get next
so
Dustin.
the big, huge story this week. Man, you hear that Series X is overheating? Man, it's so hot. It's like a furnace. It's burning.
The SSD expansion card, like it burns your fingers when you take it out.
Oh man, it's so hot. So hot.
It's all lies.
Oh man, it's so hot. They waited, they went ahead like a month before release. They were like, "Hey guys, we can burn this is the idea. We're going to burn everybody's houses down by sending them these overheating Series X's, and they can't write bad articles about it. So we just got to get their houses to burn down. So let's send them all the super hot Series X's. The heat's going to be unimaginable. It's an inferno. Fire."
It was just garbage as usual,
So here's the thing, people. These consoles, both the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, are going to use more wattage than Xbox One X and PS4 Pro. They're going to use more electricity. So the laws of thermodynamics dictate that heat has to be displaced.
Yes.
So because of the laws of physics in our universe, the more energy you pump into these little fucking boxes, the more heat it will be produced.
Impossible.
So there'll be
cats will burn down my house, sir.
And because you know what? I know people be like, but my PC don't get that hot. My PC right here, I can see it. It's in a big ass fucking case with about 8 giant fucking fans. And yes, because of surface area, it can dissipate the heat and you don't really feel it. But when you have a box that's, let's say, 6x6 that has one giant fucking fan blowing through the top, the heat's going to come out the top.
Yeah, just
and
don't
it's
put it on
one fan.
It'll be fine.
But and here's another neat trick: if you take your hand behind a PS4 Pro or a One X, the vent where it's blowing out the air, it's hot.
Oh.
Top of the One X actually gets really hot when you put your hand right on the top. My cat fucking loves it. She just puts her butt right on top of it and just
like
get
it's
a nice
comfy
butt. Yeah, she loves it. Hopefully she doesn't do that on the top of my Series X, but I'm gonna have it on the side.
Nah, it'll be on your PS5. It's more surface area. The cat's gonna enjoy it. Just sprawl out a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then I'll be talking about PS5. You'll be able to unclip the fucking panels and vacuum it out for your cat. So
that's true.
That's a good move.
And that shit.
That'll be nice.
I think that's a good move to do those little
holes.
Yeah. I mean, if it bothers you that much on the Series X, just open it up and just put an ice pack in it, whatever, and just put it back in.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the holes in the top. I'm not recommending it, but it's easily you could pour down get a liter of water and just pour it in there.
I'm putting it on its side.
What you do is you take some liquid metal and put it in there, bro.
You know what? That's smart. PlayStation put liquid metal in its stuff. Why can't I put liquid metal in my Xbox?
I don't like the liquid metal thing.
Xbox Series metal.
Series metal. So good.
I don't like the liquid metal thing. Like I was watching that video of a guy who used it and tested it out a year later to see what. And he tried to clean it after taking the heatsink off the CPU.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing worked on it. Like he used all sorts of different, cleaning solutions, to try to wipe it clean. Nothing worked. The only way he could get it off was by taking sandpaper to the heatsink to get it off.
Isn't that like a toxic metal too? Or
it is. It's corrosive. It's corrosive as well. So that's why
lick it. That's the real way of doing it. You gotta lick it.
That's why, in the most recent teardown, where the heatsink is, you can see this little raised surface of some kind of material on the outside of where the APU is, which looks like it's going to cause a seal to stop it from leaking out.
Yeah, it looks like a felt material or something like that.
Looks like an O-ring on a motor. I mean,
well, I guess
it looks like it looks like a pad, a Brillo pad for you to scrub it off with.
Tampon.
Yeah.
They're being very nice about it, you know.
But
I think
yeah,
it'll be okay. We're just
Yeah, it'll be
fine.
fine. Just lick it.
Yeah,
How many
But just
licks
the
does it take to get to the center of this PS5 CPU? That's the question.
the fact that they felt like they had to use liquid metal though means they're overclocking the hell out of this thing.
yeah, 10.2.
10.2
Just
overclock.
Just to get to 10.2. I don't
Yeah.
know. I think they should have just stuck with whatever their initial idea was and not done the whole smart shift thing. But maybe it'll turn out good. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the games look good at least so
Yeah.
far.
I want to say, I think they could have got them to look just as good without doing that. So,
I mean, I'd be curious to see over time which cooling solution is the. I mean, you know, like cooling system is.
It's
I
going
don't
to
know,
be Xbox.
yeah.
Xbox has a better because they're using an actual vapor chamber and
Yeah, the
They
vapor
use
chamber.
the vapor chamber, yeah.
that giant fucking piece of copper that Sony's putting in there that they're trying to replicate what a vapor chamber is doing. Just
I mean, it
yeah,
has tubes in it too, which is a little
Yeah.
weird.
those copper pipes, man, they're
Yeah.
just not as efficient.
The PlayStation cooling system or PlayStation 5 cooling system looks like a patch to me. It looks like something that wasn't initially planned.
just keep putting heat pipes in it. Just
it looks over designed in a way. Like, holy shit, we gotta get
more
this thing
fins,
faster. Oh,
more
God, we gotta cool it
fins.
down. Yeah. That's what it looks
Yeah.
like to me, you know. And then so that's why it got that weird design in the first place, you know. But I don't know. I mean, from what I hear, it seems like they figured out the cooling solution and it's going to be fine. Like,
Yeah.
Did they say that if it was loud or whisper quiet?
apparently, it's very quiet. It's a giant
yeah.
fan. Like both of these consoles have one big single
Yeah.
fan.
They both.
So
have
the
huge
larger
fans.
the fan, the more quiet it's going to be. You know, but you don't have to spin a large fan as fast in order
Yeah,
to
your
get
RPMs can stay down.
Yeah. You guys feel like the fan quality is better on PS5?
It looks like a pretty
I don't
intense
know.
fan.
It looks
Yeah.
like both of them look like because they both look over designed because they're both trying to fit like these like high powered APUs
No,
in those small boxes.
I don't think the Series X is over designed. I think it's pretty impressive because they did the dual sided.
Oh no, I mean over designed because they're putting in such a small box. Like they both have to be over designed. It's not like a computer where you have a giant case and you're just going, oh, I just need to have some fins and a big ass thing on top of it. And
yeah, but I just feel like Series X looks way more elegant in the way they've done the.
they had a better
whole
promotional
hardware
video for sure. Like
Yeah.
they showed a tornado of power.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of pretty much did like an Xbox One with it, where they're being overly
Put
cautious
a
about
big
it.
fad.
Well, yeah, that's what Sony did. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. Microsoft didn't do that. Microsoft's got that thing compact.
It almost feels like Microsoft Solutions started with the fan and said,
Yeah.
Yeah. It built
They were
the
like-
top down.
like we want it to be a square box. We want like the obelisk, or we want that design. We're gonna have a giant fan, and everything's gonna, we want a
built
trash can, but we can't
Yeah.
be Apple, so it doesn't want to be round. It needs to be square, like a wastebasket, wastebasket of power that does
I like
nothing
that.
but produce heat. Just lots of heat.
I think the best looking console that's going to be launching around November though is the Series S. I love the way that thing looks.
I think that the reason they made it the Series X that way is just so it looks different than the One X, I guess. To me,
Phil came out and said why it looks the way he said. He said they weren't worried about what it's going to look like. They said let's just build the thing, and then we'll make a design around that, and that's why they didn't go with the traditional kind of vertical console design like you see with the Series S. He said that in the first interview after they showed it. So it seems like that was the intent all along, was just to make a very powerful system, and if it has to look a little weird, it looks a little weird.
And then Sony took that message and just fucking ran with it. They were like, "It doesn't
Yeah,
matter
I
if it
was
looks
thinking the same
weird.
thing.
Like, let's just make it look like
Matter if it's
Wham."
Well, no, you can see on the board that Sony's original design was probably just a traditional console design.
Yeah.
You know, and when they when they decided to overclock the fuck out of the thing. Excuse my language. I don't know if we still say that on this
We
podcast.
say fuck
But-
all the time.
We
Yeah.
still say that.
Sometimes shit.
I'm assuming when they decided they wanted to overclock it to really push it, that's when the cooling stuff really came into play, and they had to go crazy with the cooling, and that made the console bigger and shaped funny, and that's when that weird design probably evolved. It's my guess.
Yeah, I mean, think about like consoles. They're interesting in that they're basically super powerful PCs jammed into a small form factor and made to last 5 years or 6, whatever. It's a very
10.
easy, yeah. They're kind of marvels onto themselves, just the way they have to just engineer to work for so long, and
Well, especially with Microsoft, I mean, they had the Red Ring of Death, so they went crazy with that initial Xbox One design to make sure that thing wouldn't die, you know? And I'd imagine that's going to be the same for every console since, so for every console after. So
yeah, and I have a feeling because like PS5 is like it looks very first gen, so I'll be very curious to see how the slim version looks. It's definitely gonna make it look like crazy bad. Like if like the slim is so small and like for the PS5, that it's gonna be like it's gonna make the first one look really like disgusting.
yeah, but I'm not sure a Slim will come out anytime soon.
Yeah.
Especially with the economy.
Because as these technology progressions happen, it's not gonna get much smaller. They're having a hard time getting smaller and smaller with these designs. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe they'll get inventive like this.
I think a Slim might not be until whenever a PS5 Pro comes out.
Yeah, could be.
They'll make like a Slim PS5 and then another crazy looking PS5 Pro.
Yeah, but like more efficient.
Uh-huh.
But
All right.
that is it for news, guys. That's all that happened. That's it.
Oh, you didn't want to talk about the
Go ahead.
Xbox Wire news on Monday? It isn't much, but
What-
it was pretty much just a compilation of how many games Xbox Game Studios launched in 2020. It was like 15 games, but
Yeah.
10 were new games.
Do you have the list?
Yeah,
we
the 10
got,
new games were
Age of
Ori-
Empires 3. Oh, cool.
it's Ori, Bleeding Edge, Gears Tactics, Minecraft Dungeons, Grounded, Flight Simulator, Battletoads, Tell Me Why, Wasteland 3, and Age of Empires 3. But then there were other games that were launched as well that weren't new ones, like
Tell me why.
yeah, Tell Me Why.
Is that a first party?
Yeah,
Yep.
Don't Nod developed and was published by Xbox Game Studios.
Oh, okay. So it's
Oh,
like second party. Not
No,
Well, they
it's
still own.
first
They own
party.
it. It's theirs.
Yeah, it's
They
just like
own the
Ori.
IP.
It's just like Ori.
Yeah.
Oh,
It,
okay.
like they own it, so it's still considered first party. I mean, they don't own
Yeah.
the developer,
I
but they
didn't
own the
realize
game and IP.
Yeah, they call it their own studio, Xbox Game Publishing or XGP, right? Yeah, Xbox
Yeah.
Game Publishing.
Sorry.
So like Microsoft Flight Simulator is like that because Asobo made it, but Microsoft published it, owns the IP. Same thing for Ori and Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Yeah.
Same thing for Tell Me Why.
Right.
Technically, Gears Tactics is the same because that was Splash Damage who developed it along with the coalition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
So,
nice because
yeah,
they
that-
have all these IPs and the cabinet, and they can just toss it out to somebody else and still own the
somebody
IP
does
and
it all
still
the time,
publish.
too. So does Nintendo. I mean, that's pretty
Yeah.
common. People will call it second party because it's a way of saying it's not an internal studio that made it. But I don't love that term. I think it's still first party. It's just developed by an independent developer, published by whoever the publisher is,
Yep.
Yeah.
But one of the interesting things in this Xbox Wire article at the end was that let's see, Oh, we'll be sharing even more details in every game fully optimized this holiday for the launch of Xbox Series XS later this month, as well as showing more gameplay from these titles, so stay tuned for more. So before the end of the month, we're actually going to see some Series X gameplay.
Yeah, the rumor is the 28th or something.
I think Tim said something about October 28th or something. He teased that date, so I think
sounds about right. Wait till the second last day. Some shit for the
kind of close to the wire though. Like I would have done it like middle of the month.
Well, yeah, it seems like on the Xbox side, we're getting all the hardware, all the backwards compatibility stuff, but the actual games we're not seeing it. And then for Sony, we're getting all the games that are first party, but not the other stuff. So
yeah, like the hardware UI.
They're both in this weird like.
This is the weirdest launch generation ever. Like it's just.
Yeah, we have a pandemic.
You
know.
And it sucks because there's no like before there used to be like demo stations and people go like to Toys R Us or Best Buy or whatever and they try it out the games. So there's none of that. So you have to basically.
Well, they don't really need them at this point. I mean, all these things sold out before anyone even got these things in their hands.
Yeah. I just mean like it's just to kind of like a random Joe just try out the games and get into like
build up
almost like an arcade. Yeah, almost like an arcade unit or something. Yeah. Yeah, but this definitely a lot changed since then. So,
yeah,
it took. I mean, the lineup from 2019. It's a very varied lineup, but it's not my favorite. A lot of good games in there, but I'm just mostly looking forward to what they're having coming up because that stuff looks really good. Like like the Fable, the Halo Infinite, Avowed, and Avowed is going to be interesting because that's going to be like because there's not going to be a Bethesda Elder Scrolls for a long time. I mean, because we know that the status of that is very mysterious. So, Avowed is going to be that.
Yeah, I think the earliest we'd even see Elder Scrolls 6 would be like 2024.
Yeah,
that's assuming that Starfield comes out next year.
Oh, what's even crazier is this, there hasn't been a new Elder Scrolls. I mean, I know we talked about this before, but besides the online, like all gen, that was the last one they came out with was Skyrim. Which is crazy.
So maybe it's been in development all this time along with Starfield, and it's something that could be fast tracked maybe a couple of years after Starfield comes out. So I guess there is a possibility. Maybe we see it in 2023.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. Furthest out looks like State of Decay 3 from this list. That looks pretty far out. I mean, because they haven't even talked about the game after the announcement. They're just they're still going on 2 and updating it. So
yeah, they all I mean, I think most of these games will be out within the next couple of years, or within the next 3 years at least.
Yeah, I'm still caught off guard that Forza Motorsport didn't make launch because that's a weird one. I mean, I know they've been.
The rumor was that they were all hands on deck on.
Right.
Yeah.
I heard from Special Ed was saying that a friend from Xbox era. But I don't know. It seems weird because they have a lot of hands on deck then on Infinite because that's a lot of resources just for that game. And plus with the delay, I'm not sure if that maybe gives the more sport team maybe less priority to put on the Infinite because they have
possibly. Well, they may have done all the work they needed to do.
Yeah. So it's interesting because we'll have motorsport like maybe a year or 2 into the cycle, and then
my guess is that Turn 10 probably did a lot of engine work on Infinite,
right?
For some space.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I can see these games come out as like Infinite first, then a toss up between Avowed and Fable. I mean, probably Fable. I don't know. It's hard to say.
I think Forza Motorsport's going to come out before Avowed or Fable.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true.
I also think Dusk Falls is going to come out before all of those.
Yeah,
based on what we saw, that Psychonauts 2 is going to come out before all of those as well.
Yeah, I think they're also re-releasing the first Psychonauts like as another like edition or something. Because I know that
hasn't been announced. Tim Schafer did say he would like to see remasters of all of their games.
Yeah, it'd be awesome if they remade the first one with the same style as the second. Down for
Yeah.
that.
Well, I mean, just get a remaster, even if it's mostly the same game, just
Mhm.
with some improved textures or something, and at a high frame rate. Yeah, it'd be nice to see Psychonauts 2, Brutal Legend.
Yeah,
would
that's
be
true.
a nice remaster to see. And there were also a bunch of those Xbox Live Arcade games they released. Remember? So
Which ones?
yeah. I don't know. There was some
Oh,
mech game. What's it
yeah.
called?
It used to be called Trenched, but then it was changed to
Yeah, they renamed it, and then you had
Iron
the
Brigade. Iron
Costume
Brigade.
Quest games. Yeah, Iron Brigade. Then you had the
Yeah.
Costume Quest games, and you also had the Stacking. Was another one of them. So
Mhm.
they could definitely do like a Double Fine collection, like Rare Replay style, if they ever wanted to. Which could be a cool little release. I'd like to see something like that.
Yeah, I think I heard that Tim Schafer say they're gonna re-release those. Remember the PlayStation 4 had those.
Oh yeah, they are releasing. Yeah, they did say they're working on Day of the Tentacle, Full Throttle, and
Grim Fandango as well.
Grim Fandango. Yeah, that's the other one. Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, that's nice.
those are great games.
Yeah,
those are classics.
Yeah, it's surprising given they were so allied to Sony last gen. I mean, this gen or whatever, but since the buyout, they kind of had to backtrack and be like,
Well, that and Sony just like dissed indie developers in general halfway through the generation.
Yeah,
They were just like, "Oh, we don't need you guys anymore. Bye." And all the independent developers were like, "Okay, we'll go make games for Nintendo and Microsoft."
Yeah.
And then you had this big like indie resurgence on both for Xbox and Nintendo in the second half of the generation. And now it's to the point where independent developers don't even want to release on Sony platforms because they don't think they're going to sell. Because Sony fans have been conditioned to want big AAA story-based exclusives, much like Nintendo fans for a long time just played Nintendo titles, But lately, Nintendo's been very good about pushing indie games, just like Microsoft, and we've been seeing those games on those consoles and those platforms, Not really on Sony, but Sony's also pretty good at picking the indie games, like Fall Guys.
Oh, for sure.
They got really lucky with that, or it was either maybe it wasn't luck, I don't know, but that was a smart pickup, Rocket League was a big one back when, So
you think Fall Guys will come to Xbox?
Yeah. Eventually, yeah, probably a year after or something, unless Sony like keeps that deal going, which they could. Who knows?
Who knows if the hype is even going to be?
I don't think so. You look at Twitch now, and it's like placed like 20 or 30th or something like that. It's not.
It's already slipping. Yeah.
Yeah, but once season 2 comes out, it'll probably pick up again. So we'll see.
Yeah, that kind of sucks when you have like such a long, time of exclusivity with these games that you kind of kill off one portion of the audience. Same for Xbox when they do it. I mean, you kind of isolate like a certain portion that of the audience that kind of want to play them, but they're like, well, I guess I have to wait a year or whatever. Like,
yeah, but otherwise, these games may not get the funding to be made. So
yeah, there's that.
I don't have a problem with it. Like,
yeah, depending on like Final Fantasy VII remake, that who knows when that's coming. Like,
if you pay for something to not be on a console, just to like Final Fantasy 16, that game was gonna come out. It didn't need to be it doesn't need to be a 1-year exclusive, right? Final Fantasy VII remake doesn't need to be a console exclusive. Those are games that are purchased to get people into your ecosystem. They're not, done in a way to help these developers out to get this game out on time. Kind of like Rise of the Tomb Raider was for Xbox.
Yeah,
that game was going to come out. Street Fighter 5, that game was going to happen.
Well, I feel like Capcom said that they wouldn't have been able to do it without them, or they're just blowing smoke.
Not as soon, they said.
Yeah, I think not as. That's what it was. They just kind of fast tracked it with that money, and then.
Yeah, and they fast tracked a buggy game out that didn't come out very well.
You know how many like revisions that game has had so far, and I've paid for every one of them like a fool.
Well, that's Capcom, man.
I hate that. It just is because once just when you think that that's how it'll be the last revision, they'll just come up with another one. That's so
They're like,
annoying.
Yo, got it. One more. The final.
Oh, you got another. Yeah. Oh, okay. They had another news item.
The second
Well, the worst
final
one was
revision.
Street Fighter 2. He had Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, Street Fighter 2 Turbo
Alpha.
Hyper Fighting, Super Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an alpha one too, if I remember correctly.
Then you have Alpha 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
No, I'm sorry. Alpha 0, 1, 2, and 0, right?
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Then you have
There's
Street
more in
Fighter
there somewhere.
3, Street Fighter 3 Double Impact, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
But that's what made that
That's
Dead Rising
nuts.
DLC the best DLC ever.
What's that?
I said, but that's what made that DLC joke pop for Dead Rising.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It made it work. Yeah.
That's true.
But that was when you were paying a full game price for DLC,
Yeah.
you know? It's kind of like Persona does, you know?
Yeah.
Or
For
like
sure.
what they're doing with Spider-Man, kind of.
Yeah. Something like that. I don't know if you guys wanted to go over this. You guys see that Resident Evil casting for the
For the movie?
movie? Yeah.
Who's in it?
It's like a mixed bag. I think the most recognizable ones are probably Robbie Amell and Hannah John Kamen, who played the villain in Ant-Man and Wasp. Who else is there? A lot of it's Avan Jogia from Zombieland Double Tap. It's like he's gonna be Leon. That's the most weird one because his ethnicity doesn't match up, but it doesn't really look the part too much. I mean, maybe if they change his hairstyle and shave him or whatever. This is Tom Hopper is Albert Wesker. Neil McDonough is William Birkin. Claire Redfield is Claire Redfield is. I'm trying to get the name of her. I don't see it here for some reason.
Yeah, I barely recognize these people. Oh, yeah, Kaya
Scoldario or something.
Scoldelario. I don't know how you pronounce that.
Yeah, it's a unique name. I mean, casting is all right. It's a bit, like I said, it's a mixed bag, but I mean, hopefully, because they're going to follow more like the Resident Evil 1 2 story than like hopefully less like the Jojovich Resident Evils, which just went full on with her. Yeah, I'm curious to see how this will be. I mean, I hope it's good. Not pulling my breath, but
yeah, I'm not expecting it to be good.
Yeah. What do you guys think of Dustin and stuff?
I thought the last one was the last one, and I mean, I kind of want to see it because I like Robbie.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see.
Anyone been playing anything?
Yeah. I've been playing Rogue Company.
How are you liking it?
Rogue. I mean, I was already playing before that, so you know what that means, right? I got a bunch of noobs I can just destroy. And of course I do.
That's what happened to me when I played it yesterday. I got destroyed. Maybe I got destroyed by you. I didn't even know it.
Nah, you would have known.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's worth getting some of those new characters if you can.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like them a lot. I really like is it Dahlia? Dahlia? Is that her name? Delia?
Yeah, I think
Scorch.
Yeah.
She's really good too. So
yeah, they don't have too many skins though. For most of them, I think they're still kind of making them, right?
Yeah, but I mean it's open beta, so I ain't gonna hold it again.
Oh, it's still on open beta. I thought there was like a full release because it's out of the free to play. I mean, it's in free to play.
No, it's open beta. Now it's open beta. It was closed alpha. Now it's open beta.
That's a long beta.
Well, it was alpha at first.
Man.
But yeah, I've been playing that, and also went back and played a little Celeste.
So did you beat that one already?
Celeste? No, I thought I did, man. But I guess I fell playing it because I don't know if you guys played it, but she falls asleep in the game too, a lot, and some of us dreams, and some of us like she has like panic attacks or anxiety, and so you got to play the game.
Yeah.
But I don't know if maybe I was having a panic attack and anxiety and thought I beat the game, but I didn't. So yeah, it's a fun little game. Been playing that, and I feel like there's something else I'm forgetting. Let me just check real quick. Oh, I went back to the Outer Worlds. 'Cause why
Such
not?
a good game.
Why not, man? Because I never beat it, so I wanted to. I don't know, I wanted to play some single player stuff because I was bored during the week.
Mhm.
That's gonna be
So
good on Series X once it gets the 60 frames
yeah,
patch.
I'm not hot. I'm just gonna wait because I really got burned with the Xbox One X. When I say burned, I mean I jumped in.
It was that hot?
right when
Are you okay?
Touched
Did
it,
you?
and you were like, "Ow!"
Did you touch the
Jumped in.
back of it? Oh man,
I
you're
did.
gonna burn down your new house with the fucking Series X. I already know it.
That's why I'm not getting it. I'm afraid.
Afraid. PS5
But,
has the liquid metal. It's gonna corrode your house. The Xbox is gonna burn it. Oh man,
Right.
next gen sucks.
Nah, I just kind of don't. I mean, I didn't get a pre-order, so and I'm not going to fight, and repay, and all of this stuff. So if it happens sometime next year, then it happens.
It happens.
But as of right now, I'm satisfied, and
It's good though. I like Outer Worlds a lot.
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm playing. I play a little Dishonored too.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I got a single player kick, so I mean, I know it's always Apex Legends and Road Company and Call of Duty, and I played all that shit, but I went back and played some other stuff. But
Nice.
I really like Dishonored a lot. I don't know if you guys have played Dishonored 2 or not.
Oh yeah. I got pretty
Yeah.
far up, and I kind of had some issues with the saves, so I stopped.
Yeah, I
playing
had that problem on PC on the first one, which is weird that they never fixed it in the second one either.
Oh, was it was rolling back in progress too?
Yeah, and then I beat I won't say I beat it, but I got literally to the last mission 2 times. And the last time my game it's PC obviously, and it like crashed. And
Sucks.
crashed. I guess I didn't have my save backed up on Steam, and I was like, I'm not beating this all over again. No, there's no way I'm doing it.
That sucks.
Way. So I never finished the last mission on Dishonored 1, but Dishonored 2, I got all the DLC, so I tried to play the prequel first a little bit. I don't know if you realize there's a prequel or not, but yeah, with the black chick or whatever, with the she's the main character.
Doesn't it happen like after the second one?
I thought it was a prequel because she's got like one arm and shit. So when you're playing as her, she has both arms. So
Death of the Outsider. That's what it's called.
Yeah, the Outsider. I'm pretty sure.
Standalone expansion pack following Dishonored 2. It's after the events of Dishonored 2, actually.
Okay. Well, I don't know how she got her arm back now because she got.
Yeah, Outsider gives her like all this stuff, like mystical stuff, I guess, or some other entity. I forget who.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I started it, but I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, Billy.
Oh, you're asking about Dishonored 3. Apparently, after the release of Dishonored Death of the Outsider, Arkane Studios announced that the Dishonored series would be entering a hiatus. So,
yeah,
there you go.
Okay. Yeah, I figured, but maybe they still one day.
Let them make something new, and they did, and they came out with, was it Deathloop?
Mm-hmm.
Deathloop, yeah, but that's a combination of Arkane Lyon and Machine Games, who works on the Wolfenstein games.
Yeah.
Also, I thought, I thought Machine was like after Youngblood. I thought they were gonna do a new IP because I'm like,
the rumor is they're working on Wolfenstein 3.
Yeah, I'm surprised, but I mean, maybe because I didn't finish 2, so I didn't know how that ended up. I heard some crazy shit happens in there, so I'm like, how the fuck they making a 3? So I don't know. Hopefully they can make a 3 and then they kind of move on, but because I don't want to see.
I think the intent was to do a trilogy and then be done with it.
Yeah, because I don't see them do like endless Wolfenstein games, but because I want to see them do other stuff.
Speaking of Wolfenstein, that's what I've been playing. I finished the Old Blood a couple days ago, and now I'm a few hours into Wolfenstein 2.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I said it last week that to be a true Xbot, I have to dig into the Bethesda back catalog now.
Yeah. So I think we've all been doing that.
I'm gonna work through my Wolfenstein games, and then I'll probably move on to Doom after that, and then maybe Dishonored or Prey after that. Because those are the ones will most appeal to me as first-person games. I don't know if I really want to play through Fallouts and Elder Scroll games. We'll see. That's a lot of work, a lot of time.
Yeah, the guy who does the voice for BJ is fucking awesome.
Well,
he's so good.
real quick, I think if you're gonna pick a Fallout game to play, I think it has to be New Vegas.
Yeah, but I want to see what happens with New Vegas. Like, are they going to remaster it? Is it going to get like a Series X back compat mode that gets 4K 60? You know, like
Yeah.
I have to imagine they're going to.
But I'm just saying, if you're
that.
gonna be like, if there's gonna be a game of all the Fallouts, like New Vegas would have to be the one.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
But I don't want to play it in 720p.
Yeah, I feel you.
And I want those achievements.
There was one thing we didn't talk about in news that I did want to talk about. I mean, because it came out, the auto HDR on Series X.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were 2 videos put together. One from Kevin Kansen, right?
Mhm.
And another one from Jeff Grubb, right?
Yeah.
And that was in...
But in both videos,
Boris.
they zoom right into the best game of all time, Geometry Wars Retro Evolve 2. And it looks great with HDR.
Awesome in HDR.
Yeah, I wonder.
Dude, you know what games are gonna look badass in HDR too?
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Well, the one I'm most interested in is if it's gonna replace the Red Dead HDR. You think the Red Dead 2?
No, because it already has it. It'll just.
That
It'd be
sucks.
hilarious if you had an original, like if there was a way to boot an original copy of it on a Series X and see how auto HDR would work on it.
What if like you turn off the HDR from
The in-game
yeah.
app?
No, yeah, it wouldn't work.
You can't do it in game.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, on
Yeah.
PS4 you can, but in this I don't know why you can't do it.
But it would be hilarious if it worked better than the actual.
I'm sure it absolutely has to be better than the one that's in the game because it's so dark.
Yeah, like the snow levels always look weird to me. Like
the Yakuza games are gonna look so good with that too.
Oh yeah, all the neon and
but
stuff.
like they were. The reason I brought up because like Vegas, Fallout New Vegas is there. So it's pretty much going to be on all the time, but there are games that they had to turn it off on, like Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah.
Because it's just
that's not going to get a resolution upgrade or anything.
I could see getting a resolution upgrade, you're just not going to get auto HDR. Because it runs at 720p, they own the fucking studio and IP, why not just fucking bump it up if they can?
I think they need to do a remake or remaster or something.
Yeah.
Like
that'd be awesome.
And
I think you do it together with 3.
They need to do a Morrowind remake too.
I don't know if y'all know this, but there's a giant mod online that literally takes Fallout 3 and New Vegas and makes it one game. It'd be cool if they just released it as one game, where you could play official support.
Isn't there like some cut content or something like that people were able to find for Fallout 70? For Fallout New Vegas?
I think so.
They were able to mine and figure that stuff out. And
yeah, it'd be cool to see them release it.
But yeah, I think New Vegas and Morrowind are probably the games that would make sense to do actual full-on remakes of, if that's something they want to do now that they own those IPs.
Yeah, for sure. I'll be excited for it.
All right. Let's see. What did I play? I played some Star Wars Rogue Squadrons.
Oh yeah, that came out too.
Yeah, it tickled that flight game itch for me.
It's good.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's good. There's no third person camera, right? There's just first person.
No, it's all first person.
It's kind of a bummer.
And I hear that it supports PlayStation VR, which is really fucking cool.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have that on Xbox.
Yeah, like being able to be in the cockpit, that'd be pretty cool. Or you could super motion sick, one or the other. But I figure since you're in the cockpit and you could see the controls and everything, and that would be stationary, you'd probably be all right.
I don't think VR is going to come to Xbox.
No, not anytime
It's always
soon,
one day. Always one day.
Yeah.
Well, not to a console, because the way Phil Spencer talked about it, he said he doesn't want to do it unless it's untethered, you know?
Yeah.
So the closest thing there is right now is Oculus Quest, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
And it's still not great graphics because it's untethered, you know? It's the process, the APU is in the device, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Yeah, that's far off.
We have
Yeah.
Doom. I played Doom Eternal. Put like about an hour into it. It's enjoyable. It's fun. Super fast paced as always. Got to get that
Better than-
Bethesda cred up.
Did you like
Tony
it more
Hawk. What's up, Will?
did you like it more than the first one, Doom Eternal?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm getting stuff like quicker than the first one.
Mhm.
But I don't know if I'll end up actually playing all 20 hours of it.
Mm.
But yeah, it's fun.
I'm gonna be at Xcloud and do it.
I
have a
watched
plan.
the developers watch somebody beat it in 24 minutes or something like that. It was an IGN video. It was fucking hilarious because people have broke the fuck out of that game. But a 20-hour game in I think it's 28 minutes or something like that. It's fucking retarded. They found a way to, I guess, when you on PC, if you crouch and throw up the mouse scroll button, you get like a super ultra jump, and people are jumping through entire levels.
It's always that way. It's never like a legitimate like speed run.
Oh no, yeah, this is not legitimate. But the developers the whole time are like, I don't know how the fuck you figured this shit out. This is amazing. Like, just they if anything, they were like, what we should do is just say, hey guy, no, thanks for finding the top of the level. Like, just write shit out in the level, so people can see it as people are speedrunning.
Well, I heard they have like some software that checks for the exploits, and they just kind of run through it or whatever. I don't know. Could be legitimately found too.
Yeah, but it's something with tying the scroll up on the mouse cursor with the jump button while crouching in like a block corner. Allows you to completely essentially break the game. And like he ends up like I think he's like level 5 or something. Like he barely has anything, and he's just like, yeah, I won. I'm done.
That's funny.
And he was using, I don't know, like it was all glitched all to hell, like how he was getting past everything, because it was spamming between two different guns so that the bullets had the properties of both guns. So it was the missile bullets and the ultra fast speed of them. So like anytime he had to approach a boss, they would like die in about 5 seconds.
Crazy.
Yeah. But what else did I play? I ended up I haven't been in the mood to play really multiplayer games lately, so I ended up downloading The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And I think that's what I'm going to play until Cyberpunk comes out. And then Cyberpunk will own my life for at least a week of nonstop play.
Well, you completed The Witcher 3, right?
I completed the main story, but I didn't do all the DLC. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, so you're doing what's the first DLC called?
Blood and Wine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're on that one right now?
Yep.
You should probably stop after Blood and Wine and save the second DLC for when the ray tracing patch comes out and all that.
I've already kind of decided that I want to replay the entirety of the game.
Oh, all three.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say wait for the upgrade, but I mean, at this point, I don't know. It's up to you.
It's gonna be so. I don't know. I was sitting there and I was talking to Vern. We were in party chat, and I was just like, let me download this. And then the dialogue options start popping up, and I'm like, man, this is so well written, and like it's so like it's hard not to just love that game for all its quest. Like they're masters at dialogue.
I'm so pumped for Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be fucking epic.
That's the week where me and you, Dustin, and
we don't
my
talk.
wife, Maria, we just don't talk. We're not going to be in party chat. We're going to be playing our own game.
Did you guys see that Jason Schreier Paris Lily thing with the Cyberpunk crunch thing? It was pretty retarded. I was like, this is all stupid. You guys are dumb.
No, tell us about it.
We talked about this kind of last week, but not that particular tweet.
Well, yeah, I think Jason was like, congrats on game going gold. Hopefully you guys can get through the crunch count. He didn't say that, but
it was a snide remark. Typical Jason Schreier.
No,
I want unions.
Yeah, it was typical Jason. And then I think Paris was like,
Here, I got it.
yeah.
It's disappointing, but not entirely surprising to be in. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. This is the original tweet. I gotta find it. Damn it. Never mind. Continue.
No, that's right. So like, yeah. So then Paris was responding to him about, it sucks they had to do the crunch, but it's their day to celebrate the
Here it is.
Well-
Looking forward to playing this. Best wishes to all the exhausted developers still working long hours to fix as many bugs as they can by release day.
Yeah, but that was it.
That's what he said. So it was like a snide remark, you know?
Yeah.
And then Paris said, crunch absolutely stinks, but it's almost like your agenda matters more than letting these same hard-working folks at CD Projekt Red have just one day to celebrate a huge achievement. And then Jason Schreier blocked him.
As per usual, what he does, like, he doesn't like any discourse. He just wants his opinion to be shown, and that's it. He doesn't have no more time for it. So
He works at Bloomberg now. He's above traditional video games media.
Please. That's how he thinks he is, but it's typical Jason though. So it's nothing new for him.
I mean, he gets some good stories sometimes, but he's just.
That's his only redeeming quality, just the fact that he does good stuff.
Have you ever heard him talk?
He's a bit of a soft person. Like, he's very soft, I would say.
Call him. Hey, say it for real.
That's putting it lightly. That's being nice.
Really mean. Come on.
Nah, I'm not gonna go that way. But
I will.
hey, man.
Steph, the floor is yours.
I'll say it.
It's uncut,
I'll respect
sir.
your wisdom.
Are we calling him a cuck? Is that what we're doing? I'm just asking a question. I didn't say Jason Schreier is a cuck. Well, I guess I just said it, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
You were just asking if that was.
I'm asking if that's what people were meaning. Yeah, because I'm a very simple person. I don't understand these big words.
Oh, God. We should cut the end of this podcast.
Yes.
We gotta let that shit ride, bro.
Let that shit ride.
This is uncut.
Yeah,
That's why it's called uncut. That's right.
Yeah. It's not about circumcision. What anybody tells you.
Go for a long extra meat.
A little extra meat, You know, we should have a segment for a little extra meat. We'll leave a news story for the end.
That's a good
Just
idea.
a little extra meat.
Oh, man.
Now that we've embarrassed Will,
You want to finish up, buddy?
Yeah, sure. I won't mention the stuff I always play because it's boring. I was playing some indie games like Legend of the Skyfish, because that's a good achievement booster. It's a fun little game. It's just like a little baby Zelda game, kind of. I was playing Dishonored Definitive Edition. Still having fun with that. I wanted to go back because I was playing 2, but I was like, let me just replay first again, and then get back into 2. Just a little bit of Nier Automata. I played the tutorial.
Did you finish it yet?
No, I just restarted it.
Nier Automata has to be like, that's in my top 5 games of the generation.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, I love it. I can't wait for the remake of the first one too.
Yeah, so I'm debating.
Can you tell us your other 4 real quick, Vern, if you don't mind?
Yeah.
What's that?
Tell us the other 4 since you want to tell us that's in your top 5. I want to hear them now.
You want to hear my other top 5?
Yeah, the other 4 of the top 5.
The other 4? Oh man,
Yeah.
I have it. It's constantly changing, but Nier's always up there. I would say right now, probably Ori and the Blind Forest is up there. Sunset Overdrive is also up there, and then let's see. Outside of that, I would probably I'd put Warzone right now up there. I love Warzone,
Okay.
and
I ain't mad at that one.
and then outside of that, I kind of feel like I should pick a PlayStation 5 game. A 4 game, I mean. I loved Horizon Zero Dawn.
You already said 4 though, so you can't even put that in there.
I loved Horizon Zero Dawn too. So I don't know. Maybe I'll knock out a multiplayer game. Then I'll knock out Warzone and throw in Horizon Zero Dawn because I love that game.
I thought God of War was way better than Horizon Zero Dawn, in my opinion. But
I'm so bored with her God of War. Yeah, but I'm about halfway through it, and I keep on like trying to come back to it. And every time I come back to it, I'm just bored.
You get bored with Horizon Zero Dawn?
No, I love Horizon Zero Dawn.
The Ubisoft game made by Sony?
No, I love that game. It was so much fun.
Ubisoft game made by Sony. I haven't heard that.
Oh, it is.
It's true.
I would say more Ghost of Tsushima is that, but
No, well, that's the other Ubisoft game because that's all they make now. But the stories are way better, I'd say.
no, I really like the world of Horizon Zero Dawn. I think the artwork's awesome. I like the voice acting. I thought the story was really cool. I love that post-apocalyptic sci-fi thing going on. You know, New World kind of stuff too. It's cool.
I just thought the acting was terrible. Other than that, there's some stuff in there that's really cool. The world's cool. There's some cool mechanics in it, but at the end of the day, you play it for about 8 hours, and you got basically the whole game. It's like a Ubisoft game.
Can I say my favorite game?
I like
is,
beginning to end. So
I enjoy all the Assassin's Creed games, but not the sci-fi, excluding all the sci-fi cool stuff that you would think would be cool. I just want the generic bullshit jumping off buildings part.
Yeah, I was burned so bad by Assassin's Creed. You remember the one? I can't remember exactly which game it is. It might be Brotherhood, or it's one of those Ezio games where you're in the real world. You're playing as Desmond, and at the end of the game, it's like you got like a plastic sword type thing, and you're fighting, and then you think, oh man, the next game is gonna be real world assassins, and they fucking kill him at the end of the game.
Oh, it was 3.
It's 3.
Is that 3?
Yeah, he died at the end of 3.
Such bullshit. I hate those fuckers.
Yeah, that was when they killed the franchise, in my opinion. That was like they killed the main storyline essentially, and then it just became kind of you're in a VR thing, and we're in a new world. Blah blah blah. They started a new storyline with Origins and Odyssey, but I don't know. It's not as good as the Desmond stuff.
All the other terrible games before that, though. What was it?
There was 4, Unity, and also Syndicate.
Yeah, terrible games, all of them.
Oh, I forgot about Rogue. And Liberation.
Yeah, Black Flag too.
Yeah, 4 was Black Flag.
Yeah.
People like that for some reason. They're like the ship combat's so cool. I was like, no,
but the ship combat sucks.
I hate that part of the game. It's terrible.
Yeah, I just want ship combat removed entirely.
Well, I think what people will say is the shanties were the best part, and then
those are cool.
The shanties were really cool, and people enjoyed the shanties, but the rest of the ship stuff didn't really. It wasn't that good.
It was cool when you saw that whale at the beginning. You remember that?
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I saw the whale, and then people started singing, and you were just like, "Oh man, this is cool."
That's
and then
cool.
It's like, okay, now I need you to spend 10 hours collecting resources to build a boat.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Wait, no, I will not
It's
do
like,
this.
I'm supposed to be stabbing motherfuckers over here. I don't want to be sitting here building a boat. I'm an assassin.
Yeah. This is supposed to be stealth and killing people.
It blows my mind that they made that many of those games, but they can't make a fucking other Splinter Cell.
I know, man. It's ridiculous.
Kidding me.
They killed stealth.
They have killed stealth. Not only did they kill Splinter Cell, but they removed stealth essentially from
Assassin's Creed. Yeah,
Assassin's Creed. The last stealth game you could probably play that feels like a stealth game would be Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
Just wait. Watch Dogs, you're going to be jumping off cell towers.
No. I like Watch Dogs. People dog on that series, but I think it's awesome. I think it's so much fun.
It's a good joke.
Was he riding on the drone?
Yeah, Watch Dogs. Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah. But I like Watch Dogs. I like how you just hide behind a wall and then just go with the cameras and start, screwing with people.
You fuck with people. Yeah.
It's so much fun. I'm really excited about the new
Don't
one.
worry,
Actually.
you're going to be climbing the top of a cell tower to hack into it, so you can jump off the side of it. And
Well, you're not wrong. They just announced in the season pass for Watch Dogs that they're doing a crossover with one of the characters from Assassin's Creed. So who knows what's going to happen there?
I was just about to say Watch Dogs is the nerdy version of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
It's kind of like where you would hoping that there was.
All their games are bad. Don't you remember the bird UAV and fucking
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed? So like vision, and you got like a bird. It's like flying around. And you mark it. I'm like, this is the UAV from Ghost Recon.
Yeah, that's why there was people hoping with Desmond stuff would end up like a modern day like assassin with like cool gadgets and stuff like that. But I hate what they hate about Ubisoft games, especially like the ones with stealth, is that you always only option is ever to kill them. You can never like Far Cry. You can never like do like a no kill run. It's pretty stupid. Like it's just mostly murdering.
I actually kind of like the Far Cry games though. That's the one good thing they did. They did Far Cry. I really enjoyed those games.
Yeah, but they should put like like a tranquilizer guns and like non-lethal stuff. I just feel like it's more challenging. So it adds more to the game than just straight up killing dudes. But it is pretty satisfying though to kill them.
I guess I can see it. I can see it. Well, I can see it. I'm sorry if you work at Ubisoft and you listen to this.
Nah,
some of the stuff you do, I do like. Far Cry.
Yeah,
and sometimes
you can tell all of Ubisoft is working on all of their games at the same time.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're just not the same market. That's all. Like it's fine.
Well, no, a lot of the developers at Ubisoft, like they're working on 3 or 4 games at once.
Oh no, I know
like,
that. I'm just saying.
If you're an artist,
I know
Ubisoft,
people.
You're doing artwork for 4 games at once.
I got a guy at work that is like so fucking hyped for the 10th because of Assassin's Creed coming out. Like he is fucking taking the day off work. That is his fucking game.
It's a series.
And we can sit here. We can sit here and like shit on it, but they're gonna sell a ton of copies of it. And like I said, like sometimes you move. I enjoyed Assassin's Creed for a long time, and now it's just not my thing. Like I wouldn't pick it up day one, and I've pretty much picked up every Assassin's Creed day one. Yeah, I probably will sit out on this one. But then at the same time, I got my bonus, and now I'm thinking about other games I want to buy for launch. And
ooh, I'm getting
it would be
Like a Dragon.
Yeah, there's gonna be some debates. Because right now I don't like. I honestly don't have anything for PS5 that I really really want because it's $70 fucking.
I would say there's 2 titles worth getting at launch for PS5 that are not third party, and that's Demon Souls and the Miles Morales.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want Spider-Man, but I know it's $10 and it shouldn't be that thing. And I'm not trying to, and I know, and I guarantee you Xbox is going to bust their price up to $70 in a year or two.
Yeah.
But $70, like it's just a fucking, like the number is just like, even 60, you're sitting there like it's $60.
2 games,
70 feels
$40.
70 feels too. It feels a lot closer to $100 for a game than 60 did.
Well, yeah, if you want to get the deluxe editions that they're selling, you're gonna spend $89.99 or whatever.
Yeah, like games are like it's getting up their price. Like, and I would say the same thing for Xbox. Like Assassin's Creed, like Game Pass is like fucking like saved my wallet. Amazing. And it's like changed the way I look at like, no, I don't need that. That shit'll be on sale in 6 months. I can wait. Like I don't need that day one. And like if that shit hits Game Pass 6 months from now too, I even save even more. Like why am I buying a $70 game?
Game Pass challenge sometime.
Yeah.
Where all I do is play. I'm only allowed to play games on Game Pass or games that are free to play. You know.
Yeah.
I would love to do something like that for a year and see how I cope.
Honestly, if Microsoft buys another big fucking studio, I think you would be just fine. Like,
yeah,
even now you're just fine. Like, Game Pass is insane for value. But yeah, $70 per game. It really is making me like tighten my budget because I know it's only $10, but it just feels more expensive, like a lot more expensive.
But I already pre-ordered Yakuza Like a Dragon. I think that latest trailer sold me on it. And and I really want to play the new Dirt 5.
Yeah, the footage looked really good. Like the 16.
Because me and Vern were talking, I think I'm gonna cancel my Call of Duty pre-order for $100. Because I only really play Warzone anyway. Like, why am I dropping $100 on Call of Duty?
That's how I feel too. I haven't even played the campaign for Modern Warfare, and I play all the campaigns.
That's really good. You should definitely play it.
I started it, got about an hour into it, and I wasn't having fun like I usually do with Call of Duty campaigns, but I'll get back to it.
It's really good, especially when you do the night missions. The night missions are awesome.
Yeah. Well, I've completed every Call of Duty campaign pretty much, except for the last one, so I'll have to finish it soon. They're short.
Just like this podcast.
I did it on Veteran. It'd be like 16 hours or something crazy because I did it on Veteran.
Oh gosh,
hard.
You crazy?
That's like my thing though. Like I always play all the Call of Duties on Veteran, and I play the story mode, every last one of them. Got to, except for the Black Ops. I never played any of the Black Ops stories because I never.
Did you play World at War?
No, I don't play any of the zombie ones.
Because World at War is the first Black Ops game.
Yeah, I didn't play that.
In the storyline, it's World at War, then Black Ops, then Black Ops 2, 3.
I played Black Ops 1, the multiplayer, but none of the stories, and any of them.
Oh, you're missing out. They're good. Well, I would say the first two are good. World at War is good, and Black Ops is good. Black Ops 2 and 3, I don't like those campaigns, even though I finished them. But the new one looks like it's going to be a direct continuation from the original Black Ops, so that's cool.
We'll see. I got new guns, and I don't really want to go back to older guns. It's kind of the reason why I really love Modern Warfare. They gave me what I wanted. Anyway, I'm sorry, man. That tangent I went off, and I started talking about Ubisoft. I extended the show like 40 more minutes. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. All right. Let's see. Pre-order Call of Duty Black Ops. Cancel.
Yay!
It's gone. I just can't justify $100.
I tell you, man, you should I think Dirt 5
has been canceled.
That's going to be one of the good games to get at launch. You always want a racing game because those racing games always look awesome at launch. You know?
Yeah.
I think that's a good one. And then, And then I pre-ordered Watch Dogs Legion because I want to see the ray tracing.
I mean, I might actually pick up Watch Dogs because I canceled COD. That might be the game I go with.
Are you getting Assassin's Creed?
No.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say if you're getting Assassin's Creed, you're already getting Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs,
anyway.
Yeah. Well, I figure since I'm getting Watch Dogs, I'm getting a set. I can't wait to jump off cell towers. Great.
Now, what version do you get? Do you get the regular one or the gold?
Fucking regular.
The gold one's gonna have the DLC that includes Aiden from the first game.
That's true.
Pretty cool.
But I didn't like Aiden from the first game. Like, I trashed that game because I didn't like Aiden. I thought he was a bad character.
Maybe you shouldn't get Watch Dogs. Hold off until just before launch and then get your game.
To make my decision. Yeah. Aiden. No, well, the reason I didn't like Aiden is just because I'm trying to remember how he deals with the kid. It's just it's set up so terribly. But the game, I did enjoy the original Watch Dogs, just not. I thought the plot in the beginning was fucking stupid. All right, I think we should end the show before any other crazy shit goes down.
We got a secret agent on the show now.
Secret agent.
Yeah.
There's a dad. A dad in the room.
Oh, one sec. He can't talk yet. One sec.
He's muted.
Rules. One sec. I'm trying to fix it. He should be able to unmute himself now. Dad, if you're there, you can unmute.
There you go.
Dad?
Oh, he did it.
Oh, hi. There we go. Now it's working.
Yeah, what's up, Nintendo?
You're alive.
Are you in a grocery store?
No.
It will always be the first question in this chat.
I'm just hanging out.
Are you
at
in
my
produce?
house. Produce. Clean up on our produce. What's going on?
Not much. We were literally just ending the show.
Oh well, thanks for having me.
How was Windbound?
Windbound's boring.
I was gonna pick it up too.
Yeah, it's really boring. But then I heard you guys talk about what you're getting at launch, and I mean, I'll be playing Gears, but that's Gears Tactics, but that'll be Game Pass. I'm not gonna buy it. Yeah. But I will get Assassin's Creed, and then probably the game I'm looking forward to trying out the most is just Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Hell yeah!
I thought you was gonna say Watch Dogs, because I was gonna tell you that if you're gonna try that.
Yakuza looks freaking
Got a game for me.
crazy as shit. I love that it's going to be a turn-based RPG too. That's like
yeah. I think it was like early in the year. I got the there was like a Japanese demo on the PSN, so I got the demo and I played through it, and yeah, it's like Yakuza with turn-based battles. It's fantastic.
That's how it should be. Yeah, I think it's just great.
Turn-based.
I'm excited. Yeah, because I think in most of the trailers they don't actually show the turn-based battles.
Yeah, they should have been showing that a long time ago, because there's gonna be some people that's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, it's a turn-based RPG. That's what it is.
Yeah, like a lot of the attacks and stuff that you see is like after you pick what you want to do.
Yeah,
like
it's got a job system too.
Yeah, they get the job system, and then summons. You get the summons. You basically just call someone, and they come and like help you beat everyone up.
Yeah,
like Final Fantasy kind of.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah, that'll be a good pickup. Yeah, that Gears Tactics, Dirt 5.
I already have Avengers on. I got the Avengers on Xbox for free through like Verizon.
Oh yeah, I remember when they did that. Yeah.
Hey, wait, what?
Yeah, so Verizon gave everyone. Yeah, Verizon gave everyone the beta for free, and then if you chose to get the beta, they also, when the game launched, they gave you a code for the game. Because I had already pre-ordered it on the on the PlayStation for Spider-Man, of course.
They gave you the game for free,
and then they gave you the game for free.
Wow, that's nice.
How did I miss that?
Yeah, it was just a part of like the Verizon rewards.
Oh, you had to redeem the award?
Yeah, the codes were pretty quick.
There was like 5,000 of them, I think.
Yeah, they were gone in a few hours.
Yeah,
man, I didn't even know nothing about that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's also the Falconeer. That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm looking forward to 12 minutes. That's supposed to come out this year still.
Is that Game Pass? Do we know?
I think it is. I think it was part of the
Game Pass. I don't think it. No, because it was. They didn't show it during the event. It was like the next day.
They showed it the year before, though, at E3.
Where did they show it? They showed it somewhere where they showed off the voice acting.
Yeah.
Was that some Jeff Keighley thing?
Yeah, I don't think it's Game Pass, but I know it was first shown at E3 2019 at the Xbox showcase.
And then
but it never got announced for Game Pass, I don't think. So yeah, that's a bummer.
Another game that's not Game Pass but comes out next week. I played it, but I'm not allowed to show any gameplay footage of it until next week. Is Cake Bash, and that's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
yeah. There was a free demo for that.
Yeah, that was a part of like was that PAX?
No,
they had like Skatebird and everything else.
It wasn't PAX though. It was like that. It was like an Xbox thing for a week.
Indie showcase or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had like 100 games or something that you could download and try or some.
Yeah. You know what's really weird? Playing Avengers on the Xbox, because it uses, what is the rumble like in the triggers?
Yeah.
Yeah, haptic feedback.
Yeah, it uses the haptic feedback, and that's like one of the only games I've played, like third-party games I played, that actually makes use of it.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of like with the PS5. I don't think many third-party games will use the haptic feedback either.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, Yakuza Like a Dragon, and then Tetris Effect, but that's Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
And then soon after, we don't know if it's launched, but the Medium.
yeah, there's no date for the Medium, which makes me.
It's probably going to be in December, I'd guess. Then it seems like
I'm-
it's going to be before the end of the year, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Destiny 2.
Oh yeah. Well,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
another
I guess
one
the
I
upgrade. Yeah.
already have, but then you get. Do you get the new one, right?
The new expansion is going to be out on Game Pass at launch. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been playing it a lot lately, so looking forward to that 60 frames. That's gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Well,
Well,
All right.
let's
excited for the Series X.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Just
I
don't
got-
burn yourself.
yeah, don't burn yourself. It's very important. Keep a fire extinguisher around you at all times.
Oh yeah. Why is it supposed to be hot?
Blazing.
No, it's people being stupid about it, but
Oh.
I mean, it's always gonna generate a lot of heat, you know.
I saw the flamethrower picture, but I didn't know it was. Was it just someone posting that, or did someone say it got
It
really
was
hot?
on the Beastcast, I believe.
Yeah.
Like they were saying it was hot, and then when he touched the SSD card that went in the back, it was hot. But and then everyone kind of blew it up, saying, "Oh, he burned himself on the SSD card, and the Xbox is overheating." And then Tom Warren came out and pretty much shot down all that. So
Yeah. He's like, guys, they gave this shit out a month before fucking
Because
release.
it's not even final
They're-
hardware, is it?
No.
it isn't. It's preview.
Yeah.
Like, that they're not worried about people burning themselves with this.
Because they're gonna pack plenty of fire hydrant
Yeah.
retardant.
Of course. Of course.
Hey, that liquid metal.
Liquid metal's going to fix it all.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised they didn't use mineral oil and just say, you got to dunk your system into a fish tank with mineral oil. That way it
Oh,
cools better.
yeah.
It's like when
Yeah.
it's kind of like quenching a blade in water, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Great.
Check out
Excellent.
mineral
Oh,
oil
yeah.
PCs, people. They're actually pretty cool.
Also, check out Super Nintendo channel. It's
Becker Plays.
yes, he streams at Twitch some games that maybe you may not be interested in. We
Yeah,
know
random indie games.
yeah, he might save you some money actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, check out Chris's Twitch. Is always fun to watch.
All right, guys, you have fun.
Well, it's you too,
Thanks-
sir. Thank you
thanks,
for
Tim,
hopping in with us.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh
man.
yeah.
Always
Thanks
a
for
pleasure.
putting up with me, and I'll talk to you guys later.
All right,
See
bro.
ya.
Bye.
Right.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for the show. We appreciate everyone tuning in. We will talk to you next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Xbox Uncut. Until then, stay healthy and safe. Peace out.
Later, guys.